teams individually are stronger, then those teams the other players get brought up. And in Belgium, you know, it's hard. We couldn't even call a favourite in the 10-team competition there. But we go to Prague, and PCC are very dominant. You've got a couple of big clubs over there. You've got Bohemians, you've got up and coming clubs as well. Vinaradi have had success over there. You've got Barbarian Spartans. But what I'm saying is that it just seems that you get quite a few one-sided matches over there. And so that's a bit of an issue that I've just identified. And it's tough because PCC, which is the biggest club in the Czech Republic, they're a really big organisation. They're a family, you know. So sometimes they've gotten so big that clubs will splinter out of them, for example. You often do see players moving to PCC. It makes them stronger. I just think they often just find it hard to get the right level of competition. Because now these guys, it's really tough. And you see, I mean, these are all really good cricketers. They've got the potential. But, like, they can't train for this unless they're playing these teams. Yeah. So then they come here, and especially when you lose players like Ashokan, you lose Vikramaseko, but they even lose missing players like Keo Mehta, players like Kushal Mendon, these kind of players. You know, it's a tough one. It's really tough one. I think that's one reason that sometimes they'll struggle against these better teams. I say better, it's more highly ranked teams, I suppose.
Farhad, he's having a few troubles here. He hasn't bowled a legal delivery in this over. That's 3 wides now on the spin. Oh, I don't think his captain will be, because well, the 140 looks like it is going to come up here pretty soon. Look, just getting the swing, late swing, which he doesn't really want here at the moment. 130 on the board, still 6 balls to go.
Right, Shahaz Farhad's back for the last.
This one is in the air, and Devendra Singh gets under it and makes no mistake. So Farhad finally gets one in the right area, and he gets the wicket. So he keeps his nerve, and that will be the end of Basir Khan. He goes for 9 of 4 deliveries.
Yeah, nice one by Divi there, and he made sure and he put a name on that one. So he doesn't need the sunglasses at the moment because the sun just fading behind the trees at the moment. But called it. Made no mistake. Well bowled by Shahaz Farhad. I think he gets in a good spot, gets the batter reaching there. And so this is going to be another wicket down. It's 130 for 6. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, Czech Republic, even with them out there, okay, no, they haven't had a good week so far. We know that. But even with this sort of score, if this was game 1 that they played, I'd say, okay, this is very chaseable. You get to 2 high-quality players. You know, you've got players to back them up as well. You've got the tank, Ritik Tomar. You've got Bhuyan. We'll see what he can do. But it just seems that winning's a habit, but losing's also a habit. You know, at the moment, it seems a long way away, that 130.
Oh, this could be another. Could it 2 and 2? Oh, no, he just got this wrong. I'm not sure. I think it was just bad judgment. I think there was an opportunity to take this catch. I don't think it was far away from it as it looked. Doesn't get anything on the at all. So Akib Iqbal, he gets lucky, just swings blindly at this. He has no idea where this is. And yeah, I think you need to get to that.
Yeah,
be
didn't quite get there in the end. He got close to it though. That's again well bowled. I thought he could have been on a hat trick there. I mean, he looks like Akib Iqbal coming in very low here. What to play with.
Just losing his shape again, like he did in the ball before. His head is going too early, and I think this is all about he knows he's coming in. It's just a handful of balls to come, and he wants to try and send all of them to the boundary. But sometimes that's the wrong mindset to come in with, because what that creates is you're trying to hit the ball too hard. You're taking the eye off the ball. Your head goes up in the air, and you end up missing him. So it ends up being dot balls. Just wants to get bad on the ball. What about Randy? He's come out there and he just stood at the rate. How you get them, as long as you get them. Sometimes fortune favours the brave. Hay poquita de suerte ahí por Akib Iqbal, pero eso es 4 carreras más.
Yeah, I'll take it. Doesn't matter how you get him. So, yeah, big swing. Not where he intended it to go, but yeah, Iqbal, I mean, he's just swinging away here. But to be honest, he's technically a much better bat. I mean, he's made runs this summer in international cricket, batting high. And we saw him batting up at 4 for the Austrian Cricket Tigers in the ECL. Again, he's just going to be swinging for the fence here.
And this is up in the air. It should be gone, and it is. And, well, he does get a little edge, which goes for 4. But other than that, he goes, Ranjit is filthy. He's filthy annoyed, because he's saying, hey, I told you, just get me on strike, get a single, let me hit a ball. He's only had 2 balls. for the one, and he's seeing wickets falling, but he can't get onto strike. And once again, with that wicket going down, not only is it a dot ball, what it means is that the new batter would come out and be on strike.
Yeah, for sure. So, what I will say is Venkat Swami, who's actually not in the 11, so he's on as a substitute fielder. I didn't notice that anyone went off, but he does take a catch. This is one he can get to more comfortably. And takes the catch. And I would say Austria, they'll be happy with this total, no doubt. Czech Republic, I mean, don't forget last year they cracked 140 in an elimination match against Italy. That seems a long time ago now, but I mean, yeah, the players did most of the damage then. It had a top three that was Davitsi, Aaron Ashoka, and the Beast, Vikramasekara.
Word on the far hand, picks up another wicket. Ball to go then in the innings, 136. 4 will take it to the 140, which I think there would have been 9 up. In comes Farhad. And it's a very big swing. This should be out, and it is out. So in the end, Ranjit gets tired of standing at the other end and said, well, fine. If you're not going to give me a chance, I'm out of here. Well, he is out of there now. Good work there from Divyendra Singh. That takes his time. Well, he's one. There's a lot of wicket keepers I wouldn't take bowling with me. Well, here I will, because at least he does hit the target. That is the end of the innings. It will finish on 136. 136 for 8. So, well, they'd be pretty happy with that, Austria, but they won't be. I think they'd be disappointed with the way they finished. Remember that over from Farhad started. That's been the way that the innings has gone. I think Farhad will be pretty happy with his bowling spell there. 2 wickets for 29. But, well, it's still a high score. We've seen the Czech Republic, they have struggled with the bat. Remember chasing that high 166 against Spain earlier today. They only managed to get to 99. So, once again, I reckon that Austria will fancy themselves here. And also, remember, the bowling of Didar and also Zidane has really been good. And they've been bowling so well that we haven't even seen someone like Ashani Yusuf having a bowl. They haven't even used it.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Got a lot of options. And I think sometimes a bit of a horses for courses strategy with the Austrian bowling lineup. I mean, Ireland struggled against an all-pace attack against Spain, so they went all-pace. And I think it's pretty clever. I mean, Ashani Yusuf actually had a really good first game because they didn't bowl in the second game. I think he'll probably get a bit more of a bowl here against Czech Republic. I think they know they have to go after it. But the other thing is, though, we had a 2 left-hander combination at the top for Czech Republic, but I think they're going to open with Tomar and Davitsi. That's what was listed anyway. Maybe they'll change it. I mean, like I said, you saw some of these ones here where, no one tries to drop catches, but they can be so costly at this level. But I think Czech Republic, look, they're in the game, that's the thing. They just need some of their big players to fire. So it's a hard one, because Steyn looks like he's going to bat down at 7 now. That's where he's listed on the lineup anyway, so that's a big change. They told me, we're going to try things this game. Look, nothing's working. We're just going to try things. So you certainly can't really criticise them for that, but they did a fair bit of chasing leather in this innings. And Austria, particularly Shigarwal, hit them very well, and they got him in a key time. But, in this format, and with a team like Austria, the hitters just keep coming. And there's Zishan. He's got 1 good leg left, but what I will say is that poor Smith has kept going the journey as well, didn't he, this time? You see that Bouyan ended up with that big wicket there. It's well caught by Davitsi. Him and the Czechs, I mean, if they could pull this off, that'd be amazing for their confidence.
Yeah, it certainly will be. But the thing is there, as you saw, that Yusuf this time wasn't able to go as big as before, just goes to 16. But remember, there's so much batting, as you say. I think their approach is very much that of Spain, isn't it? You've got so much depth in your batting. You go out there, have a swing, have a go. If it doesn't work, don't worry, somebody else will. And then Usman Zayed, well, we know what he can do. If that was big, this was even bigger. That went right into snake territory. And, well, he's somebody that can hit it really hard. This was a chance, and like you said, it was fast, it was spicy, but you got to take him. That goes in the glove. It should be held. And when you look back at that, there was 3 clear-cut chances that if they were taken earlier, I think that score, instead of being around about 136, could have been around 116. That makes a big difference.
Yeah, it does. But like I say, they're not out of the game yet, all right? Again, sometimes you play your best cricket when you've got nothing to lose. And they've got nothing to lose here, okay? They're going to have to play very, very well, very, very quickly if they're going to make this finals. But we saw, looks like the Tents were under attack there. But we saw with Portugal last year, a team can really stink up the joint for even 5 or 6 matches, but then come good. And Portugal ended up pulling off a big upset beating the Netherlands 11 and then winning their other game, getting through to the finals, and then winning their first final. So look, it's not all doom and gloom for the Czech Republic, but they are going to have to bat really well. And I got a feeling if they're going to make the finals and have any chance, I feel like they need to chase this down.
Yeah, they have to. I mean, this is the one they need to win it. I mean, again, though, there's a lot of runs on the board there. It's all about, for me, it's all about that power play. If they can get a good power play in, maybe get that score around about 45-50 in the power play, not lose too many wickets, then it is game on, because that will start to apply a little bit of pressure on the Austrian team. But once again, Vinny, I'm going to go back and say the way that's particularly Itibashar, Didar, and also the likes of, Zadran and also Basir Khan, the way those three have been bowling at the moment, and the line that they demonstrated in their victory against Portugal with that Yorker length delivery, it's going to be so difficult to get them away.
Yeah, for sure. You see, no one really kind of cracked a big score there, but they've got contributors, don't they? And there's a bit of that kind of Belgian ball approach, as we've been calling it lately, where they're going to just keep coming. 11 wides doesn't help either, does it? But you can see that Shigarwal top scores with 26 off 12. He was looking really good, but Smith Patel was able to catch him off Davitsi. Apart from that, MSP with 23, he's been looking good at the top of the order. I think he's playing more correct shots. I like the look at him. We had Hassan Yusuf with 16, Utmanzar with 21, Joey Zadran with a very fast 22. That for me might have been the innings to watch because it was nice and quick and it got the job done. 136 for 8 in the first half of the final match of day 3. The lights are taking out at the Cartama Oval, just outside of Malaga in Spain. You can see that with the bowling, well, again, Smith unfortunately goes magical, 23 off his over. Got to say, Bouillet bowled excellently, 2 for 8. Like when he's on, he's really on. He can compete at this level.
It's nicely played. Once again, the fielder gets down. Oh, there's a bit of a mix-up here, and I think he just gets back. Asking the question, the umpire, I think, has made an on-field decision to say not out. But a really good stop that. I think that is, that to me looks like, who's that? I think it might have been Ranjit.